Hello, Rebel G-Man 5G. Welcome back to another recap. This week, it's of course me, Full Metal, and I am joined by my compatriot, Mcnugget.
Hello there, 5G, and we are here again.
I went for compatriot this time. Now,
Yes.
before we begin...
I had to resist shouting freedom at you.
Before we begin, just to let everybody know, if you're doing tipping, Sacrifice the Ninth versus TRBBL Tryhards won't be tippable because they've already played. If you're not happy with that, go to them and talk to them. I have to put that out every time. Stop playing before we recap, for God's sakes. Just this division has no chill, and it's like, oh, it's a Wednesday, we must play. I kind of like that, but
keep it up, guys. I'm sure your division admin's really grateful.
The guy admin division's over the moon, but as a recap, it's a pain in the ass. Right, let's quickly look over the schedule from week 4. So Stuff from My Fridge took a 1-1 versus the Stuco Dragons. We did kind of say that could go, could be
either way.
Either way, yeah. The Blazing Whiskers.
Neither of us tipped that.
Yeah, well, we said it could. We didn't say it would. The Blazing Whiskers took a 2-0 over TRBBL Tryhards. Now, I've actually been chatting to Mosh Ninja. I know he's having a bit of a rough season.
Unlike he's meant or Zinj.
I think Zinj is just hiding in the sand and going, no, it's not supposed to happen like this. No, Mosh Ninja is a great guy. Tons of credit for him for sticking it out, no matter how bad it gets. He's got a good attitude. It's like he's counting the weeks. He's you know what, right? He's done that traditional rebel thing of playing elves, having a bad time, and then going as bashy as possible. He's actually already planning his reroll to Nurgle after the season's over.
Okay, come to the Nurgle side.
Which means that I'm currently giving him advice on Wood Elves, and then when he re-rolls, I'll be giving him advice on Nurgle, because they're both teams that I've played a lot of. So he's going to get used to me. The Blaze Whiskers took a 2-0, of course. La Ganaderia Agapito took a 2-0 over Gut and Run. Tyrion's Trial by Combat, who I can't remember who they're coached by, to be honest. It's Grem someone?
Yeah, I think so.
Grimdark, or I don't know.
Do you know what? Somebody clearly not that important, because I think they've managed to draw and lose the last
Sacrifice the Ninth took a 2-0. They were sacrificing no ninths. And finally, Drow You See Me, Zinj, took a 2-1 over the Rotfiends, which I'm pretty sure we predicted.
Yeah.
Now, checking the leaderboard, that leaves Damu and Nickel with an incredible result, actually, for early... I mean, early Lisbon are so very capable of bullying anyone and everyone, but 5-0 in a division where there's a couple of Wood Elf teams, and a High Elf team, and a Skaven team, that's a result, man. That's impressive.
That's very strong, definitely, especially this early in the season, because the team's just going to get stronger as it picks up more block. And
this is traditionally the part where we'd be doing that thing where we start looking at the table and go, no one's out of it, because obviously it's a 13-week season. That's a long time.
That's true.
You know, like there's always a chance to come back and there's always a chance to go away. But what this 5-0 start means, he can't get cocky, but it does give him that. Oh, I've had a bad game, but it's okay. I've got a cushion now, and no one else. Yeah. Has quite got that same level of cushion that Damu Nickel has right now.
Definitely. He's at that stage where he can go, I can take the draw here if needed.
For sure.
Which is a comfortable thing to have, but nothing that you can't lean on it too heavily. You still need to be picking up the wins.
Yeah, and it's close from here. Like the next couple of teams are very, very close to each other, with Zinj 3-1-0, Bigotillos 3-0-1, Hargrim 3-0-1, always... TV looks incredibly low for Dwarves, so I'm interested by what's going on there. And even 2-0-2 from Puchulo. This chasing pack behind Damu and Nickel are very, very closely packed together. Yeah. And even from there, because we're so early in the season, Rideable Llama, Ginger Wolf, Timpix, they're still in very close to the running. You know, when you've only got 2-0-2, that's only 6 points. So 1-1 is 4 points. You know, there's still
a lot of Blood Bowl to be played.
Exactly what I was going to say. But it is an interesting looking, split there. Nurgle doing slightly better than usual because they're not dead last. It's a surprise.
Yeah, at the moment, yes. Just first season Nurgle, you take the points where you get them.
First season Nurgle, you don't even really care about the results, and you kind of look more towards the did I get a level up? And I found out why Hargrim is having problems with his TV. It seems that Arya Stark is MNG there, so that's a problem. She was too busy doing teleport behind you and killing someone important. If you haven't seen the last episode of Game of Thrones, I'm so very sorry.
Spoilers! Send all hatred towards Full Metal Cause, please.
I didn't say who or what or where. I just said that people aren't very happy about it anyway.
Night
so.
King. Night King.
Well, that's you. Okay, that's on you. Right, let's move on from that before we do anything worse. People aren't happy, is all I'm hearing. I've stopped watching it. I didn't watch it for like 3 seasons.
You've not even been watching it. That's
No, I read the books. I'm a better human being. Right, I like this. Slanagor's picking up strength 4. That's nice.
That's not something we're against, is it, Mel?
The only problem is, as a first level, it's like, what do you do with him? Where does this guy go? Because the one wonderful thing about mutation access is you can do so much with the player that he's got strength and general access and mutations. Like, you can do a lot with that guy, and I would suggest maybe like a ball hawk type character. Wrestle next.
I think you literally just take him as your killer still. He's going to 2-dice everything but a big guy. It needs one assist.
One assist to 2-dice a big guy. Yeah. So actually, killer, not a bad choice.
Okay, it puts him back a step.
Ball carrier, he'd be the world's most expensive ball carrier at 50k extra just to make it harder to block on that chance. But it does let you YOLO occasionally, which you might like. I don't know.
I would go killer route with it. Simply, you know what I mean? Okay, it's a bit slower, it's one step behind, but you still get all the skills you need.
Yeah, I don't hate that. You know what? This is, for a Nurgle team, it's not looking too bad. 2 block Nurgle Warriors, plus strength there is, the world is this man's oyster right now. He can do a lot with that guy. He's got a block Pestigore, which, again, can do a lot of things. That could be ball carrier, that could be killer, that could be understudy, killer, surfer goat. You can do so much with that guy as well, so he's awesome. He's got Dirty Player Rotter, which I love. He's got a line Rotter, because you don't do anything else with a 4-3-2-8 Rotter, to be honest. It's not a bad looking team, and he's only 10k away from that elusive third reroll.
Yep, indeed.
Not looking bad at all. I'm liking this Tim Picks. Keep this up. It's a better start than I had, to put it that way. Now, we've got... oh, God. Didn't this team have a tree? I'm sure this team had a tree.
Possibly.
It doesn't right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear. But you know what? It helps keep him kind of slim. He's got the second reroll. He's got 100k cash in pocket, which I understand not wanting to spend, because if you lose a war dancer, you kind of want that money in pocket. If you lose a tree, you definitely want money in pocket. They ain't cheap. Yeah, I think we've lost maybe a thrower and a tree. And, ooh. What can I say?
It's bad news, bitch.
How do you lose a tree? Like, they're pretty big.
I mean, can't see the trees for the forest.
Moving on. The current divisional champion. We're getting a world, right? We're getting a world where he's actually starting to get skills on his Saurus. Look at that. Snake Gyllenhaal with the fat block. That's 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6 players.
Don't come here with your sexy Saurus talk of having skills.
But hang on, he's got 3 players that are all 1 Rando Kaz each away from skill.
Wait. Hold the phone, Metal. El Gecko leveled.
It didn't kill itself and got guard. It didn't get a double though, so you know.
No.
But Chameleon Diaz got a double, so he's now got a block skink and a plus strength skink.
I was going to say plus strength skink's new as well. Yes.
Ooh. Team is Mamba Herd's dead though, so rest in peace, Mamba Herd.
Yeah, that's okay.
I love he's really good, doing a really good job with his team names, and Mamba Herd is actually quality.
Well, just like being with Johnny Depp, she's kind of walking with a limp.
Right, moving on from this.
Before we get sued by the Depp estate.
3 rerolls as well. He's looking good. You can see why he's doing so well. He's in a really good spot right now. Cut and run, Pachulo. He's got some things. I don't know what he got since last time, to be honest. Maybe an accurate thrower? I don't know.
Do you meant to pay attention to this sort of thing?
I've had a long week, alright? I mean, Jesus. Lots been happening.
He's got a very good looking Skaven team, that's what he's got.
It's weird.
He still needs to get some levels on these Storm Vermin.
Oh, look at Lickemute Squeak, who can do 2 vanity passes to get a level. Oh, we like that. We like Agi4 vanity passes.
The pentagram's a way to come out again.
It's really not that hard. It's just chuck it from him to another gutter runner twice. Oh, not that hard. It's getting there, but he does need to start putting some SPP on gut runners pretty badly. And moving onwards to Rideable Llama, Freddy Surgery got those big old gummy worms going on. We do love a bit of gummy worm action. Do we like Skaven Blitzers taking plus movement? I don't know if we do.
I I'm sure so.
I really want to make a comment about how it helps Devil Spacey catch the younger men. It helps him run them
make
down.
that comment all you want, right? Because I'm going nowhere near it. Just like all young men should do with Kevin Spacey.
Wow, yeah, jeez, we're gonna get complaints, and then I'm gonna go.
As you pointed out,
we're gonna get complaints, and then I'm gonna kind of go, well, guess who the boss is?
Yeah, I was about to say we're going to get complaints, and it's going to be whose stream is it now?
Diplomatic immunity.
What's in the box?
Anyway,
I think Skaven Blitzers have a defined role of development, and
it's kill everything all of the time.
Yeah, claw mighty blow, pile on, tackle as soon as you can. It's nice. I wouldn't have taken it first level.
I wouldn't have taken. It's weird because that little bit of extra movement does help with sneaky one turns, but you've kind of got a troll and goblins for sneaky one turns.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's charge to Kai picking up wrestle. Loving some of that though. I love Skaven Lyman getting wrestle. They're so useful on an Underworld team. That's
so annoying as well.
Mutations on normals. Like we said this before about the Pestigo, but there's actually a ton of potential to the Skaven players within an Underworld team because of that mutation access. Unless it's a Blitzer where there's almost no potential because it's all Clawpom.
Unless you give it movement.
How boring is that? Yes. Right, there's a elf team that hasn't apparently done much. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening to those vanity pass advice. 15 out of 16 on the Agi guy. He needs a vanity pass. He needs a vanity pass.
They've bought something at least.
He needs a vanity pass simply because, I swear to God, right? Naked elf linemen with stat-ups are just magnets for being chinned by everything. They go, oh, look, he doesn't have dodge or block or wrestle. Let's run over there and punch him in the face. And they just don't last that long. So I've got this debate currently going on with my Clan Pro Elf team because my lineman leveled and got
we
six.
discussed this, didn't we? We discussed this.
And it's its strength is so good, on what else, because they don't normally get, have any strength 4 players and things, but it's so horrifically scary running around with just an elf lineman with no block, no dodge, no wrestle. So all I can say is get the ball, chuck it, and try and keep Popov alive for the rest of the match, because he'll be so much better as soon as he gets probably wrestle, maybe dodge.
Yes. Exactly.
Loving the apple. It's a good move. Ginger Wolf, stuff in his fridge. You know what Ginger Wolf's got in his fridge this week? More elves.
He's got. Well, I was about to say he's also got Dimitri in his fridge.
Dimitri and Montaez, who I have it on good authority are both elves.
Well, please let Dimitri out your fridge. I don't think me and Metal can take any more investigations.
This is like a random body stuffed in his fridge. It's fine. No wonder it smells a bit funky. It's gone rotten. The yogurt and mayonnaise seems a bad choice as well. Because
I'm glad he separated the the eggs and the mayonnaise. That was a good start at least. He's getting a lot of SPP on the good position nulls.
I don't like cheese. Metal. I don't like it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. No, trust me, right? I did this. Don't ever go Mighty Blow first on Warriors. It's the worst thing in the universe.
Because what happens to them?
They just get 1-9 all the time by everyone.
It's tempting. It's really tempting.
You know what, right? If he'd have been 5 SPP and got an MVP, I'd have thought about it. But at 7 SPP, that's a long way without block. That's a long road without block. Trust me, mate. When milk levels get block, when butter levels get block, when cheese levels get block. But you know what? I'm okay with it on the Pestigo. Adverse.
No, not to be the stat guy, but I believe that statistically, block is more likely to get you leveled than Mighty Blow is because you actually deal more hits.
Yeah, but punching people makes you feel good, so I can. Yeah. I accept it on the Pestigo because they're not pillars like the Warriors are.
They're blitz. You use Pestigors to blitz, not to
But
repel.
on the flip-flop, I
blocking.
think we are being a little bit
On the
critical because, frankly, they're getting levelled. They're doing okay. It's not a bad-looking Nurgle team. He's still only got 2 rerolls, and he's a long way away from the 3rd, which is unfortunate. But
stop buying Pestigors and buy a reroll.
No, seriously, that's great advice. Don't buy any more. Do not buy that 4th Pestigor, because the problem you've got is, and the problem you have right now, is that you've got more Pestigors than you have touchdowns to go around.
Yes.
Although Sausage probably will not be doing touchdowns because he's got Mighty Blow. Appleware definitely wants a 2nd level. Purple Yam desperately wants that 1st level, but you can only score touchdowns on 1 person at a time.
Yeah.
And frankly, if you can get to queue it, you probably want it on butter or milk, yeah.
Yeah. Stop buying Pestigors, get a 3rd reroll. Mainly also because once Pestigors have got at least block, they're self-reliable.
Yeah, you can kind of lean on them themselves a little bit. Now, moving on, Legendaria Agapito.
That was terrible.
I'm not good with this, okay?
You normally leave it to me, which is the smart thing to do.
Okay, do it.
Legendaria Agapito.
Right. Do we like this Bull Centaur chase?
You know what I'm going to say.
Should have been break, tackle, or tackle.
Yeah.
And I agree. I don't know if I like either of the Bull Centaur.
I know. I like the Mighty Blow because none of the chalk blockers are leveling anytime soon.
Well, one of the chalk blockers has Mighty Blow. He's 10 out of 16.
But the rest are.
I don't know. I don't like the Mighty Blow because I don't think it adds enough to the player.
It gives you a mobile threat of blocking.
You know what's better though? Tackle to have a mobile threat of a tackler, or break tackle to have an even more mobile threat of being punched in the face by a strength 4 player.
Yes. I feel that the Mighty Blow can be substituted for a few things, but I don't dislike the Mighty Blow entirely. I do, however, entirely dislike the agility, but that is because I'm a Chorf coach that never carries on bulls but hands off to bulls.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It looks brilliant if they roll like another agi up or a strength up.
Or a movement up.
Yep. It looks brilliant at that point. If Bigatello's is a coach that likes to carry on bulls, it's a smart thing to do to take the agility.
Hey up, right,
we're
moving on.
have to take good hands next, so.
We're moving on and we're looking at Mosh Ninja's TRBBL tryhards. We're back to the 2 war dancers.
Woo. Do we have more death though?
No, actually,
we don't.
Looking okay. The Agi 3 lineman should be right.
Alona does the job better.
Real talk. Alona does it better because you won't feel sad when it dies.
It won't.
And you don't want
SPP.
SPP.
Also hire it.
Yeah, you can also hire it, and it'll be better than this guy if it gets SPP. Yeah, seriously, fire. And it's hard because I'm basically saying to Mosh Ninja, I know that you're an admin over in another league, but what you've got to do is fire your league's head admin. Because Ninja Breadman runs the TRBBL.
I'm just going to say, if I had a player called Metal, I'd take every opportunity to get it soft killed or fired.
We call it the coup right now. This is the coup. It's time for the coup, Mosh Ninja.
Is this where we fold TRBBL into the Rebel syndicate and just go, you're ours now?
Yeah, absorb them. Like
we are the hungry
some
hippos
form
of the
Unicron. No. Anyway. I love the adaptation of picking up Leader on the catcher because he's never going to get anywhere near a team reroll anytime soon. That was smart. I like that choice. He's got tackle and a war dancer. The other war dancer probably wants strip ball as soon as possible. Two touchdowns, if possible, on Macaneal Monkey Chunks would be great for him. But honestly, like after speaking with him, I know he's a bit down in the dumps, but it's not looking terrible. There's a way back using this team now.
There is. He has also got the leader reroll on the catcher, which I agree with. Just to wait until you start buying those.
I think that's a great adaptation. I think it's like I've had an awful start to the season. I was rolling a very risky build, but I've got this one double here.
Yeah.
I like
using it wisely. Yes.
I like that a lot. I think that's really smart. I'm a big fan. So credit where it's due. Big players from Mosh Ninja. Right, moving on. We've got this week's schedule. For God's sake, the Blazing Whiskers have taken on the Destuco Dragons as well, so we can also not tip that. So we'll be tipping 3 games this week, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, no, technically we can't tip it, but if other people... No.
What?
They've played before closed, so we're not... Yeah. God damn it. Oh.
Oh, so sacrifice the 9th.
Yeah, no, we knew about that before. but we didn't know about the Stuco versus the Blazing Whiskers. Right, moving on to the tipping comp. Looking forward to next week. Gut and Run are taking on Stuff from My Fridge. I've kind of got to give this to Skaven, I think.
Can I just say, I actually tipped that right, and I want it to count.
No, because if they play before tipping closes, it doesn't count.
Useless bastards.
See, I thought you were happy with this before.
No, I'm going to go for a draw on this, mainly because I don't think
you wonder how much Skaven are going to be left by the end of the second half.
I think the Nurgle will score at some point, but also remove enough Skaven so that they don't score twice.
I think they're going to not remove enough Skaven, and the Skaven are going to score twice, and Stuff from My Fridge are just going to have that early Nurgle problem of just not having the skills required to put in. I find it very hard to bet in favour of early Nurgle. Having said that, I'm instantly backing the Rot Fiends.
Right.
So there's that. Yes, and the final one is Drow You See Me versus La Ganadelia Agapito.
This is head versus heart. Because I know Zinj very well and I know how good a coach he is.
Yeah.
But I also think his team wouldn't be favoured in this game.
I'm going to give it to Zinj because, again, I know how good of a coach he is.
You have the same trouble that I have at the moment, don't you? I think I would go with Zinj as well.
Yeah. So these are the three games
that
will be counted for next week's tips. We're going to look at the leaderboard momentarily, but I'm now entering these. 3 wins there. We can't bet on the last one. Oh, please enter off, for God's sakes. You know what, I'll cancel it there. I'm just going to put draw for now. There we go, just make it enter. We're going to look at the round results for this round. And that was round 4, of course. When it loads, it's taking a moment. The site's so slow if you ask it to do a lot very quickly. There we go. Look at that! Look at that. Who got 3 points, mate, and who got 4 points? Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Me and Pachulo obviously tied on 3 points there with nobody else.
Only Zinj got Stuff from My Fridge versus the Stuco Dragons being a draw. Credit to him for that.
He's lucky.
Gigacash. Gigacash didn't bet. Thank you, Gigacash, for not tipping on the division you're not in. Let's see how this affects the leaderboard real quick, of course. That puts Zinj. He's good at this, you know. 14 points. Demure Nickel at 13. Hargrim at 12. Myself, you, and Ginger Wolf all tied at 11. Pachulo at 10, and Gigacash somehow still has 8 points, because what? I just love this. It is not too late to join in if you haven't already started tipping. Don't think, oh well, I have missed the first couple of rounds. You can have some disastrous weeks where you bet back one winner, like I totally did in 5A.
or you do what I used to have to do in order to tip things right, which is get absolutely hammered and just
guess random results.
Go with the drunkenness. Yeah, it works really well, so I may have to go back to that now.
Right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this week. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback you'd like to give us, let us know probably via Discord. You can leave YouTube. Right. I know Zinj has been dropping me loads of YouTube comments. I don't know if it's just because he watches the video while he works and it's easier or whatever, but trust me, it's so much easier to drop me a Discord PM because I hate responding to YouTube comments. It's not that I don't like you, it's not that I don't appreciate the feedback or the comments, but it's just easier on Discord.
It's not, that's exactly what it is. He hates you all, keep sending him YouTube comments.
Once again, Mcnugget, thank you for the co-commentary.
You're more than welcome.
And we'll see you all next week. Get some blood on the pitch, my friends, and remember to stay classy.